But what about ordinary people? What would they wear? So we don't have a good examples of ordinary citizens, but in one of those tomb tile, we have a depiction of seasonal labor. So somehow, you know, in the spring season, you have lotus flowers, fish, and then these archers are trying to catch the bird. But archers' clothes not very helpful, right? Because they are sitting on the floor. We don't know very well. I mean, I can vaguely see that they had the Chinese style V-shaped jacket. But a good example is under here, a group of farmers working in the field. So what did they wear? Obviously, they did not wear the full-length chenille, right? Like chenille would be to the floor and then, you know, flared end. Obviously, you cannot wear the chenille to work in the field, you know, probably barefoot. So here you can see men had some sort of jacket coming to the calf, and then they had a jacket, so two-piece ensemble, but seems like their hair is not, you know, down, so it's created into a knot, and they also had some sort of like a cloth banner or something to cover their head, so that it's neat and simple. And then they have, you know, all these kind of wide, loose pants and waist area closures. So that's ordinary people's clothes. Sleeves are shorter and sleeves are narrow too, right? And then tighter than loose sleeves for nobility. So that's why the sleeves are very important attraction point. Like here, you know, we've read the poems about here, like the sleeves. You will see the sleeves all the time. And then we've seen the book of what is it? The book of ritual, and then book of rites. No. We saw Confucian Analects in the unit 1, and in it we saw you know, like a small man and, right, like a big man, you know, what a proper big man should do. They don't really care about, you know, frugal or auspicious clothes. They, you know, they all care about the properness, whether I am dressed properly and I am not ashamed of myself, you know, those kind of attitude, right? And here I want to show you a book of rites. And this is among one of those Confucian classics. And here you have all the proper social etiquettes and rites. And that's from the Zhou dynasty. And in it, we also have a chapter on dress. So royal regulations, you know, what you have to do, you know, for the ritual to the heaven and proceedings of the government. And then utensils of the rites, you know, which spoon you have to use. But here, book of music, and then there is a book of dress. Here, smaller records of the mourning dress. That's very important. When somebody is dead, what kind of mourning dress that you are going to wear, for how long, those are written in this chapter 13. And then doctrine of the man, and here the black robe, and then other, like, you know, mourning dress. So there are more questions about the mourning dress. So what if my second cousin is dead? Then what kind of clothes do I wear? For how long do I wear? Right? And then finally this one. Remember the chenille that we are talking about? There is a chapter in the book of rites. So they consider the long dress in one piece. So because of the inclusion of chenille in this book, Liji, the book of rites, or the book of ritual, Confucian scholars tend to wear chenille much later period as a daily robe or in their office. You don't wear chenille to go to the government office, but you can wear it among your Confucian friends. And then, where is the marriage ceremony, marriage archery? capping. Yeah, capping. Like, you know, what kind of capping is also a ceremony, sort of adulthood ceremony. So what you have to wear and what you have to say. And then this is the marriage ceremony, the meaning, like what is the proper thing to